part two of how to travel the world safely and how to avoid problems, especially in the airport. Hey, Jason here, and if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, but most importantly, you've been hearing me talk about success, what it means, and how to get it in 3 areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so today I want to just talk more to you about how to be successful when it comes to traveling, because I realize like sometimes because traveling now is so natural for me to go from country to country, I forget a lot of people don't have the experiences that I have, or they don't have. A lot of people just not used to traveling, so they don't know the good and the bad of it. And one of the things about traveling is you want to have a very easy time. If you talk to anybody that travels, one of the most stressful things is when you have an issue through security in the airport, or the flight delayed, or like all of these things that happen. And you want to keep your cool and peace. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now, traveling is one of those times where you do not express your opinions. You bite your tongue, even if someone's completely rude to you. You humble yourself, just to say. And so if you really want to be successful in traveling, okay, that lapel fell. And so if you really want to be successful in traveling, I decided to do this video for you because I had got asked a question about some things that I may take with me when I leave, and it baffled me for a minute. So let's go ahead and get into the story. And so, well, before the story, success. If you don't know what the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And this was by Earl Nightingale in 1956. And so if you want to be successful in traveling, you have to progressively learn how to move around through traveling, because most people don't realize even if you're traveling locally, domestic, it differs from city to city, province to province, or in the U.S., state to state. And I'll tell you, like, one of the places that I always avoid, and I even spend more money to go around them, is Newark, New Jersey. If you Google Newark, New Jersey airport security, TSA, you're going to hear all of these horror stories. And I don't know if they're still true to this day. However, the last time I went through Newark, it was my first and last time. I believe that was in 2016, I believe. It was the worst experience I ever had in my life when it comes to traveling through the airport. It was ludicrous. Like, it was so horrible. All you could do was just laugh. And you was just like, wow, how are human beings functioning like this? And we're at this age of advancement, supposedly. And so, because of that, it taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me, one, to travel very light. And what I mean by that is, don't overpack your bags. The more you give the TSA or the security people to have to work with, the more stress they're going to put on your life. So make it very simple and easy. Like, this sounds so basic, but you'll be shocked how many people don't do this. Fold your clothes up nice and neatly, roll them up, do whatever you do. Like, one of the things that I use is Ziploc bags. So that way I can just have everything in there. They can see, like, okay, there's things compact. So once they open my bag and then they just let out they see it's a Ziploc bag and close, they don't have any issues. Like, it's like, okay, let them go. So you want to have your suitcase actually laid out nice, neat, and organized. If you have things such as medications, stuff like that, have those easily accessible. Either have them in an outside compartment or something where you can just reach them and hand them to them. And so this works out very easily for you, because the easier you're making their job, the nicer they're going to be to you. Just don't go in there and think that you can just have everything thrown in any kind of way, because it looks suspicious through the radar technology. And then the second thing that you want to do is, and this comes from because a friend of mine was like, hey, are you going to stock up on the vegan protein shakes and things like that before you leave, so you don't, because one of the places I'm thinking about going, they don't sell those items. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, it's hard sometimes when you have special dietary needs or eating lifestyle or just lifestyle that you live, to where some countries don't they don't give you what you need, and so like sometimes you have to figure that out. However, please hear me on this: never travel through any airport in the world with white powder. Please hear me on this. It doesn't matter if the container is unopened, it can have shrink wrap on it. As soon as they see white powder, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have to treat that as if it's potentially drugs. So I'm just telling you, give yourself a break, man. So many times we fight for our struggles. We fight to be disappointed. We fight to make our life a little bit more difficult, when it's like, I'm telling you right now, do not travel across any airport with any type of white powder substance. Even if it's protein powder, I'm just telling you right now, don't do it. Unless you're with like a bodybuilding competition or some kind of very big team, like Olympic sport or something, where they know you're bringing supplements from your own area, like just don't do it. There's very few exceptions to where there's going to be understanding. And so just don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, I can't say that enough. Do not travel with any type of white powdery substances or any powdery substances at all. They're going to have to treat it as drugs. And what that means is it's going to be a big inconvenience on you. Now they're going to have to start swabbing your clothes, swabbing your bag. They're going to have to open it up. And if you're someone like me who's a little bit of a germaphobe, as soon as you open up something of mine, I'm like, I don't even want it anymore. Just throw it away. So like, save yourself that time and hassle. And I can tell you, like, straight up, from like when I had to leave Colombia to go back to the U.S. to spread Cece's ashes, they had to treat it as if it could be drugs. And I'm talking about, I had human remains. I had all of the certificates from the crematory, the certificate from the funeral home, and they still had to treat it that way. And I'm going to tell you straight up, like, I did not feel good. I was not in a happy vibration. I was annoyed. I was pissed off. I was angry at points. Because I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm dealing with my wife passing away unexpectedly. I'm having to carry her remains, get back to the U.S. so I can spread them, and, you know, talk to my sisters and see, like, you know, like everything that's going on in my head. And then I'm like, I'm being treated as if I got drugs on me, and this is like the person I love the most in the world that's no longer here with me. So I'm telling you from first-hand experience, don't do it. Make traveling as easy and simple for you. Because one of the things that a lot of people don't tell you is, if you're pissed off or you're angry during your travel, it messes up your vacation. You do not have a good vacation when you started out angry. That energy you started out with goes along with it for the rest of the trip. And then you come back home and you're like, I spent all this money. I could have just stayed here. And the truth is, you could have made your trip a lot easier and enjoyed it if you just prepared for it the right way. So once again, do not take any powdery substances while you're traveling. If it's protein powders, things like that, look and see. Like, every country in the world has Google now. Look on the internet, Google, and see if you can find it. Just about every dietary lifestyle is accommodated in some form or fashion. Now, you may not be able to find the exact product you're looking for, but they may have something that may help you. Like, let me give you an example. If you're a person who takes spirulina, spirulina isn't the easiest thing to find in every part of the world. And so, like, this right here is spirulina. You can find it here in South Africa. One of the reasons why I love South Africa, by the way, is because I'm a big naturalist, herbalist type person. I can find just about everything that I want here really easy. If it's not in Joburg, I can get it delivered to my door. And then, and then after that, okay, a message popped up. Sorry about that. I'll check that in a little bit. And so, let's say if you're looking for spirulina, but you're in a place where they don't sell spirulina. However, they may sell moringa powder. You can substitute spirulina for moringa powder in this form. Moringa is a very nutrient and mineral condensed leaf. It's a tree, if you're not familiar with it. I used to grow one in Panama. You can eat the seeds. It's full of vitamin K, potassium. It's full of minerals, really great for vitamin C, I believe vitamin A also. Really great nutrient dense leaf. And if you can get it in the powder form, you can substitute it for spirulina until you get back off of your vacation. And so, like, that is how you do those things. If it's certain things you feel like you need or you must have, try to find the equivalent within that local region. There's always plants that you can trade out for one another. One of my other favorites is turmeric. Like I tell people, if you in any place where you can get turmeric or sarsaparilla, sarsaparilla is really big in Central America and South America. You can find them all over the place. I tell people all the time, buy those, keep them in bulk, use them all the time. Like sarsaparilla, I can't find here in South Africa. However, they have their own different roots and things like that that I can make tinctures and teas from that'll give me the same type of nutrient compounds that I'm looking for. And so that's just with that. Then the third thing that you want to do to make your travel a lot easier is go with a good attitude. This is going to sound like, why wouldn't I be going with a good attitude? Look, man, life happens. Life happens on a daily basis, yo. And life don't stop. Stupidity don't stop for any of us. And what I mean by that is just be happy. Go in with the good attitude. Like if everything up to you stepping into the airport is been chaos, it's been annoying, your boss been calling you trying to see like, oh, can you do this before you leave? Just cut your phone off for a few minutes. And before you step into that airport, take a deep breath. Take 3 deep breaths and just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And you're gonna start feeling yourself relax. Like, don't take the stressors of the life with you on your vacation, especially when you're traveling, because you never know who you're gonna meet when you're traveling. I've met some of the greatest people in the world in the airport. Like, just give you a story, and it's a true story, crazy. When I was in the airport on my way to, I was flying. What was I? Was I in LA? I believe I was maybe in LA. I can't remember where exactly. I was still in the military. And while we were sitting there waiting to fly out to the Middle East, Anthony Hamilton was there. And if you're not familiar with Anthony Hamilton, he's a singer, real big neo-soul singer in the U.S. And he took his time to talk to us. He signed autographs for us. And it was a really cool experience. And all of us were pretty freaking miserable, yo. And I'm just saying that because you never know what is going on in someone's life. So when someone sees you being happy as you're coming in, you're smiling, you're giving off good energy, you might actually help give them more good energy, and then they start enjoying their time too. Because unfortunately, traveling is very chaotic. It's very stressful in the world that we live in now. We've been taught so much fear tactics from media and things like that. We don't know how to enjoy life anymore. So many times for Americans, they're always like, oh, we need to go back to the 50s when things were nice, when things were like this. And it's like, we can have that mindset right now in life, but it's not going to change from the masses changing. It's going to change from us changing ourselves. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, as I've been working through my personality, my attitude, working on developing a positive mental attitude, but also a positive mindset, looking at the good things, even when it don't seem like there's nothing good at all around. And I can tell you, it's been helping my life so much. It's been giving me more direction and purpose. It's guiding me to a place where I know everything that I want is going to come to me, and it must come to me. And I'm telling you, you can develop that mindset also. It's not easy, and it's not hard. But the truth is, it's something we have to do, so we might as well start doing it now. And so hope you like this content. If you've been traveling, and if there's something that I missed, add it in the comments below. Or if there's something particular about traveling that you would like to have some information about, just shoot a comment down below and I will answer that for you. And most importantly, hit the like button, share this video with someone if you know they're into traveling, or just share it with someone who you may think will be interested in it. Subscribe to the channel also, so that way you can be notified whenever I do a video, which I do a live video daily. And today I will be doing a live on TikTok and I'm gonna try to do it on YouTube at the same time. Let's see if I'm tech savvy. And I'm going to be talking about the endocannabinoid system. We're going to go through uh, why people should be focused on their endocannabinoid system, what does it do for you, and most importantly, how do you stimulate this endocannabinoid system? It's part of our system that most doctors are not aware of, and most people never use it or never utilized it enough to truly understand what it is. So I'm going to share that with you from my personal experience that I've learned over years of study and practice. And just remember, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.